Hey, Robot, we in the building.
Well, who about God?
Hey, Robot, we live right now, man. Let me cut this on. All right, there you go. Let me get this thumbnail and get them set up in the building, man. We live with the legendary brother Rod Hayes, man. It's about to get cracking up in this joint. And I found other pictures to go along with, like more pictures to go along with the stuff you got. But I got your stuff already lined up so we can go through that. And then I got other pictures that go along with the stuff that you, that from your other files. I just slid them to that file. It'll be in correlation to what you're saying. So we didn't want to give them a harsh title because they cover that niggas, man.
Oh, we already know.
They got at the brother Black Magic for a tape that wasn't even. I don't see how they flagged the tape
because it went through the YouTube server. If it had been on the straight Patreon, they wouldn't have been able to do it.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, that was some real BS.
Number one channel out here putting in work, and they, you know, and I know. So
that's why they come out, because it's one of the number one channels.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. They get to our people, like he got like over 300,000 subscribers. So like if that shit get out, you'd have put that tape. That shit would have been crazy.
Well, we already got the information out.
Yeah. Hey, I got that thumbnail loaded up on, and we're gonna be posting the brother Rod Hayes Cash App and the links. If you and we're gonna pin it if you want to get down and show the brother some love, because we about to get this shit cracking. About to unleash the cracking, man. Let me switch to this laptop that we could go. I got everything set up. We got 90 people in here so far. 101. We give them a couple more minutes to get in here. I'm almost set up.
Yeah, give a couple more minutes.
Yeah, get set up. Get your popcorn. You know, load it up on your big screen in your living room. You know, we about to get ready to, hey, class is in session. We all, hey, you know how we get there. Class is in session. Hold on, let me switch to this. There we go. Oh yeah, I know you better go in on this joint. Hold on, let me share my screen. Oh, I'm gonna make you the host too. So if you want to share your screen, you're gonna be able to share your screen too, though. If you want to, like, so you didn't do that, you'll be good.
Well, let's just hope I don't have to.
Yeah, you might not have to. I can do all of it on my end, but like if it's something that, you know, we got to crack a code or something, you know what I'm saying? I know. I know your file start right here. We'll give them a couple more minutes to get in this joint before we get cracking this joint. Oh yeah.
If you notice, most of the references I sent you this time is books.
Yeah. Some of them I got. Some of the book. I got the White Servitude. I think the North Carolina joint. That's the one that 12 told me to order.
Look, one of my history teachers in junior high school was the first one to tell me that pale skins was the slaves before the so-called African American. So I told him he was lying. She teaches in junior. So then he came and showed me a couple of different books that wasn't curriculum. He said, this is not a secret. We say you just don't know because they don't want you to know. I was going to a 99.5% Caucasian school. So when he said it,
in Chicago?
no,
Oh,
this was in Grand Rapids. It was right outside Grand Rapids at a place called Wyoming Park.
oh yeah.
I went to an all-pale school for elementary in Grand Rapids. And then we moved to Pontiac, and it was a mixed school.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I got to junior high school, my mom would send me to go live with my sister in Wyoming, Michigan. So I could go to school over there because I was getting in trouble in school down here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what made me go to school up there. I only went for like long enough to play football. Football season was over. I was moving back home. But he was the first one to tell me about him. And then when I did my own research, LeBron Bennett mentioned him in Before the Mayflower, being coming over here as indentured servants and bond servants, which mean a slave, when they first came. Who do you think the Pilgrims was?
Right.
How do you think they paid for their way over here if they was poor and destitute, as they tell us?
Right. Right.
They promised the indentured servants services to the ones who brought them over here, and the ones who came over as bond servant came over because their so-called master got kicked out.
Yeah.
So we're gonna just be looking at the covers of these books so that the people listening can do their own research and find out that exactly what I'm telling you. I know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
The paddy wagon used to be to round up the Irish that escaped from their servitude. If they came over and didn't honor the contract, notice the contract came up. They did a contract of service to come over here. And in the contract of service, if they didn't agree, they just dipped. Why did they stop using pale faces for servants over here?
Yeah, why?
You can't push an agenda called white supremacy, and then the ones you bringing over here to be superiors in bondage.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It takes us back to Django. Samuel L. Jackson owned the house.
Go ahead.
That's why he was always the nigga in the house that told the white folks what to do. All slave movies, Roots, all of them, always a slave in the house that's telling the slave master what to do. And the slave from the field better not try that shit. And you wonder why we don't like house niggas. It ain't that we don't like house niggas. It's just that them niggas own the house. And nobody ain't want to tell us. So the title of this book is called White Cargo. Right? What's the name of the next one? See that? America's Forgotten Slaves, the history of Native American slavery in the New World and the United States. Now, this one I put in there for a different reason. Because slavery wasn't allowed on this land over here. Right? If you read enough Native American history, you'll know it. Because the white man, the so-called white man that's writing, their history is telling us that they don't approve of slaves on their land. Our customs and tradition, you couldn't have a slave. You can have somebody to take in and help them get on their feet and send them about their merry way.
Mm-hmm.
But you wasn't allowed to have a slave. We didn't believe in that shit over here. That's why we ain't had no prisons. We ain't need none. Now all of a sudden we need them. What we need them for? Next. So now they try to say Cherokee had slaves and all these other just bullshit. All right, this, you see at the bottom, it say blacks in colonial Latin America. They talking about the servants. They're not talking about the ones who came over here as conquistadors. They the ones came enslaving people. But when you look at the cover, the picture, blow the picture up and see what they're doing in the picture. Now remember, this is supposed to be slaves and servants in the Caribbean. How many pale faces you see?
Maybe one. If her dude look like a mulatto right here though, but they really you can't really tell.
For the most part, ain't no pale faces in there. That's because that's because there was niggas that had niggas in slavery.
Damn.
The picture always tell more than the words. And that's why they always want us to focus on the words so we don't look at the pictures. Next. Life in the American colonies. Mm-hmm. Daily lifestyle of the early settlers. Now we know that almost everybody that came on the first 3 ships, the Pinta, the Nina, and the Santa Maria, almost all of them died.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So who daily life is a accountant right here?
Right.
They didn't just stop with 3 ships. They kept coming. They kept coming because they want to replace us over here. By putting the pale face out front, you got a fall guy.
Right. Go ahead.
Right. So they learning everything from us as they coming over. But they're coming over as indentures. Right. Look, everybody just about know, it's common knowledge that when the settlers start coming over here, Europe dumped their prisons.
Uh-huh.
Emptied out their brothels and exiled their religious dissidents. Those who did not agree with the church. This is what they teach in basic elementary school.
Okay, go ahead.
And they dumping out their prisons and they clearing out their brothels and they getting away they poor for a fee. Everybody came over here was an indenture. They was under contract to pay their shipping fare.
Okay.
They all came over here to earn a new life, but they first had to pay for their transport over. Let's go to the next picture. Slavery in early America. How many pale people in that picture? That's it. What are you doing? Working, ain't you? There are two. That look like that statue that don't got no arms from Rome. Blow it up some more. Oh, okay. I see what's going on. He passing them a bale of hay on a pitchfork. You see he got a pitchfork? But if you look at his pitchfork, it's a symbol of the Mahdi, Elder. See it? We ain't supposed to notice that, though. Okay, now look at the attire. Ain't nobody in this picture. We can't speak for the guy that's on the carriage, but ain't nobody in this picture look like they're a servant. They're not dressed like the slave we told about. What they got on their feet, Elder? You see some moccasins over there? That's European style boots. Them not American made boots. We was wearing moccasin boots. Handmade, handcrafted, are the finest motherfucking shoemakers on the land. All right, let's just go to the next one. These are, y'all write the names of these books down. These is the references so y'all can understand that it was more servitude going on than they telling you about. You see how they say 1619 to 1877? Right? That's around the time they opened Ellis Island.
Okay.
Right? Now, zoom in on the picture. Now, all of a sudden, things done changed.
Yeah.
Niggas say,
Yeah.
well, why they ain't dressed like slaves, though? I thought they were supposed to be half naked on the auction block.
Yeah. Like barbarians, savages. Like they
But you look at them, they got on, at that time, that would have been modern attire. Up-to-date dress code. They telling you something. Now see, he holding the baby up and he auctioning off a baby. This is adrenochrome. This is adrenochrome in the back in their day.
Okay.
All right, let's go to the next. Indian slavery in colonial times within the present limits of the United States. Now notice they emphasize the present limits of the United States in this title. Indian slavery in colonial times within the present limits of the United States. Now, there's a whole lot of shit going on in that description right there. Indian slavery is a misnomer, but they talking about enslaving us.
Okay.
By who?
Yeah.
In order for it to be colonial times, it has to be colonizers. Where the present limits of the United States at this time would be what you call 13 colonies.
Okay.
Right? The 13 colonies in law became known as the 13 states. Right? And it's from the 13 states that they launched the so-called United States legal fiction across the land. Right? Now they want to lead you to believe that we had that bullshit over here, but they don't have an answer when I ask them why we ain't had no prisons if we had slaves. Because if you got slaves, you're gonna need a prison. You can't have one without the other. Because you're gonna have slaves that's rebellious niggas. They gonna rise up. They don't give a fuck about master.
Mm-hmm.
They be at that head. They trying to make you believe we was all cowards. That's not the case.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's go to the next.
All right.
So this is giving us a feel for early American historical record. They were white and they were slaves. The untold history of enslavement of whites in early America. Now, you see that position he in on the cover? That's a Masonic pose. You remember the guy with the cow toe around his neck, one pants leg up, shirt slightly disheveled, King Charles looking motherfucker? Matter of fact, if I send it to you, could you put it up there? Elder?
You hear me?
I ain't hear you.
I say, as long as it ain't no nudity picture, we can.
No, it's the picture of the Masonic picture like that.
I got it already. Let me put it up there for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's in. Hold on, I got you right here. You know, I already got LL on that. I called LL slip. Got LL with his one pants leg up. It's stolen from Egypt. Oh, this gotta be. It's the last one that I did.
Pose.
You talking about the nigga with the one pants leg up, right?
Yeah. And the cow toe around his neck.
Oh, I got it. I'm finna show it to you right now. It's right. Oh yeah, I'm tripping. It's right here. And I got LL on there with his ass.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big Mama said knock you out, man. Big Mama said knock you out. Here you go, right here. So I got him up there. He's saying something right there on that picture there. But that ain't the picture we're looking for. But I got him though. He's saying he got a good heart. So,
yeah.
Here you go, right
he
here.
got the secrets in the open too. He's the same way. No,
hey, while we got you right here, hey, what's he saying right here?
Putting the secrets in the open.
What he's saying right here? With his hands in his pocket, with his muscles all out and shit. It's some kind of.
See, flexing his arm.
Yeah.
He's flexing the strong arm over a concealed hand. He's telling you that he's strong arming them motherfuckers that's hiding behind the scene trying to muscle him out of his shit.
That's fire.
He ain't backing down.
That's fire. I'm finding that one for you though. I got it right here. It's coming up. It's right up in here somewhere. Oh yeah. Hey, yeah, why we got you, man? Because this is crazy. Hey, what about this one right here? What this nigga saying when they holding their damn belt like this? Standing with his legs at. That's some kind of like I'm in charge of. Yeah,
his belt buckle is the clue. He's saying, look at the buckle. I don't know what the buckle is. I can't see it clear.
Yeah, you're right. But that is a Masonic pose though, because Dolo had said that it meant like something like they over you, they standing over you, or something of that nature. That's the barbaric shit though. Hold on, I got the picture right here, man. I'm just
look. Get the spookism out of y'all brain. Masonic was just a rites of passage program for royal families until they got hijacked by Indio kids.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, where we got him? Right here. We did the whole tape on it.
Mm-hmm.
I had LL up in there with his pants leg up. Damn, man, what the hell? I know what I'm just gonna put it up right here. It'll be easier. That way you can see it.
Masonic cow toe.
Yeah, the cable toe.
Mm-hmm. Everything that they be talking about, worrying about the devil and all that shit is scare tactics to keep you
Yeah,
from
man.
ever
Yeah.
experiencing your true power.
Yeah, it's that shit don't scare me like that old ghost, and it don't like none of that like monsters and evil. Evil don't scare me, man. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like I read the satanic book. It's like it's really just to have you out of some kind of fear. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
when I was reading Anton LaVey's Satanic Bible, motherfuckers, Muslims go, why you reading that? That's kafir, that's haram. That's kafaroon.
Yeah.
I was looking at them motherfuckers. I was like, man, you use that fear tactic on somebody else. I'm reading it because it's a book, and this book ain't gonna hurt me.
Yeah. It's trying to spells on you. Here you go, the one I had right here. Let me load his ass up in there. Get him on there with his got him with his pants lit, got him with his pants down. We caught him with his pants up. You know what I'm saying? Caught this nigga with his pants up. Let me put it, and they blindfold them. This a ritual we did today, ass in ancient Kemet when we marched their ass back to the mountains, Caucasus Mountains.
We didn't march them back to the Caucasus. We marched them out of the Caucasus. They just told you the story backwards.
We marched about, so they wasn't in ancient Kemet, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah, because they found the Tomahawk.
I'm talking about it's a historical fact that they
before the rise of Alexander's, no Europeans had ever conquered Europe. I mean,
no, I'm not saying they conquered Europe. I'm saying that the Hyksos was in Memphis and
the Hyksos,
one area. They were just
the Hyksos, the shepherd kings, they was mulattoes, them was Enlil babies.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, I'm with you. I feel you on that because Baba hinted it in the Millennial books where he said that it was the Jacobites and that the three Ruffins were Simon, Reuben, the older three brothers. Those were the ones that, yeah, he goes into that. So that's why I know what you're saying. It's it's like another level to what we had to get to the point that we at now. Go ahead.
Right, because the Bible don't tell us what he told us. I can't figure this shit out. It's not possible. Nobody else was given the level of information Malachi York was given to figure it out. And that's why they came and got him.
He was telling some shit like he said that them niggas were Jacobites and they were the so-called Israelites, these Hyksos.
Yeah.
Some
Enlil kid.
Yeah.
That was where that's what led to the conjure wars between the Hyksos and the shepherd kings and the ones who was what they call them the Nubian kings. That's what the conjure wars was all about. The Hyksos was trying to take over, and they infiltrated through marriage and broke the bloodline up. That's Enlil's signature move. Marry into your family to take over your family.
Yeah, you're right.
That shit don't work on us. We ain't buying it.
Nah.
We immune to that shit. So they can get on out the hair. But now look, I'm about to blow your wig back right quick,
All
Elder.
right, go ahead. Twist my cap.
See that picture right there?
Yeah.
All right, now you got to look. One of his coat, look, sides of his coat is down, one is up, but it's wide open.
Yeah, right here.
Right now, pull up Prince Andrew at Prince Charles, King Charles at his mama funeral. Now you gotta always remember the traditional colors to wear the funerals is what?
Black.
All right. Now remember that when you see this picture.
All right. We got it right here. You see one? The one you looking for?
It's at the funeral.
Yeah, it's right here. All the ones at the funeral. Or what I pulled up at the funeral says King Charles at the Queen's funeral.
All of them not because
Oh yeah, you cutting out real bad. They static you out real bad now.
if you go to the bottom row right there, in the middle, that's what he had on.
Right here. Right here.
I'm trying to see it. You're gonna see it because his suit disheveled. I don't see it. Scroll down some more.
Let me try it like this. Boom. His suit look disheveled. Oh, let me get him. Let me get him. Ancestor, let me get this nigga, man. Is that it right there? Oh, it look like it right there. You see that?
Nope, because it's gonna be tan.
Okay, so he got a tan suit on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Damn. They hiding that shit.
You see right there where she got on pink and he got on tan, that's the same suit he had on. But that's just an older picture.
Yeah.
Up one,
Right
down
here.
to over to
Right here,
the
he had a suit like this. Right.
That's the color
Right.
of the suit he had on.
Okay, so
he had on
that suit on. It is okay. Let me find.
But when you find the right picture, that's what's gonna fuck you up.
Hold on, man. Tan
Go to
suit.
go to the main page.
Let's try it. Boom. Oh,
Go
shit.
to where it say all that.
We narrowing it down. All right. They got the same suit Biden had on. Hold on. Damn, why is it sticking now? All right, there you go.
What you got typed in there? Read that. What you typed in?
King Charles tan suit at the Queen's funeral.
Scroll down.
All right.
See them pictures?
Yeah.
No, that ain't it either.
At Queen's. Hold on, I'm gonna let me type this in. This might do it right here. Ancestors, let me get this nigga, man.
Just put in Andrew at his mother's funeral.
Okay, his name Andrew. Okay.
I mean, not Andrew, Charles.
Okay. That's probably all right. King Charles. Let me just type in just Charles. Maybe they didn't say he was the king. All right, here we go. We got some more shit right here. Oh yeah. Where is it at? His suit, man. You can't pull it up and send it to me real quick. You can't screenshot it.
Yeah, I got it already. Yeah,
send it to me. I can load it right up real quick. I can just take it out off my phone. Boom. And drop it.
It's great.
It's gray?
He had on a gray suit. My bad. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's get it. Let's get it.
I'm about to send it to you now.
All right. Is that him right there? His suit look disfigured. Is that it? Nah.
I just sent it to you, so you go and pull it up.
Let me go and get him. I told y'all the ancestors gonna let me get this nigga, man. What did you say?
He ain't even the one I'm trying to show you.
Okay.
I just needed the picture because I gotta ask this next question I'm about to ask.
Okay.
Look at the Masonic dude again before you pull it up.
All right, we're gonna do that. Okay, it's in message pictures. Message. Last one just came up. I hope. Oh yeah, I seen this picture. I don't know. I could have got this one. We're in business.
It's crazy because everything we're talking about came up earlier today when I was talking to the sister from over there in London.
Yeah.
Remember the pose? Now, if he buttoned his shirt up, the necktie is the cow toe, right? He buttoned his jacket up so you can't see his bare shirt. But look at his jacket, how it's buttoned up. See how it's off?
Yeah.
Now, the question that ain't nobody gonna ask about this picture, who is them niggas?
Yeah, who is them niggas? Yeah, who them niggas? Who them niggas, boss? Who them niggas with that? Who them niggas in that picture, boss?
Look at they brass. They ain't no Rudy Poops.
Yeah.
So the question again is, who is them niggas?
And they got the same shit as he got.
Damn near. But then the question gonna pop up again. Who is them niggas?
Yeah, who is them niggas?
Now you remember I told you in little kids, they look like us, but them niggas black as hell.
Hell yeah.
Now you wonder how they get that black when Enlil is beige.
Exactly.
That's just one of his incarnation, one of his avatar forms. He can change his pigment. He a shapeshifter.
Yeah, yeah. I know they got a certain type of brain tech
Right.
power.
But they don't really change their shape. They do subtle things to make you not be able to recognize who they is.
Mm-hmm.
Really what the shapeshifter is somebody that can use multiple avatars.
Exactly.
So when you're looking at Albert Pike, you see George Washington. When you're looking at George Washington, you see a motherfucking Adam Weishaupt. That's all the same motherfucker in his alternate forms. That's why only one of them have an actual photograph.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But anyway, he about to get the 3rd degree. Somebody about to put him on the hot seat. When he get done, his jacket gonna be open, his cow toe gonna be exposed, right? And he ain't gonna have on no shirt. Go back to the Masonic picture again. They finished strip him of all his rank. That's all he's telling you.
These are Enlil people.
Well, the pale skin is not necessarily Enlil people, but they Enlil creation. They used our DNA to make them, but they also use sulfur and mitochondrial from the Tigris and the Euphrates in order to conceal what they was doing. You know, the Jews call us Goyim, right? Goyim is almost the same as Gulam.
Yeah, heathens, barbarians, or savages.
Or simply somebody that's not one of them.
Yep, pretty much.
They believe, according to the protocols, that anybody that's not one of them is only good to serve them. Goyim is like calling you cattle. Gulam is calling you a mindless drone of a human being. Okay, let's go back to the book so we can give them some more references to look at.
Hey, you say on this picture right here though, before we go to the next one, you said that this picture is these guys are Enlil children and they stripping him of his rank. They take it back the throne.
No. I didn't say they was doing shit. They might lose their rank too.
Oh shit.
Them niggas might not even be from Earth.
Right?
That's why I asked the open-ended question, who is them niggas?
Yeah, who is these niggas?
Right. So as long as we don't know who they is, it's a question there. Cause they can be another one of the brothers, because you know Inky and Enlil had other brothers.
Yeah.
And they could have been another one of the brothers offspring come down here to get Inky kids without Enlil kids harassing them. Enlil kids is pissed right now. The ones that gotta leave. The ones that's born to earth-born women, they decided they call them loyalists. Right? Because they don't want, if they go to Nibiru, they're gonna be the same as fried chicken. Ain't gonna be no difference. They eat humans. They farm us on varying different planets.
Exactly.
They just never expected for Animal Farm to be an actuality and the animals take over the farm, but some kind of way the pigs got in the way. And the pigs is them greedy motherfuckers. So while we was in our Conjure War, the Prescott family, one of the shielding families for Enlil's children, went into business for themselves, and they are the ones that tried to take it over on their own. That's what George Herbert Walker Bush was up to. 1,000 points of light ass motherfucker. Right? And he had intelligence connections around the world, as in he got the dirt on every major leader in the world. Right? So he can use blackmail to make most of them do what he wants. You got to remember, they the ones who put Saddam Hussein in power to begin with, the Bush family. Right?
Right.
And the Bush family was behind Iran-Contra that exposed America's double cross of Iraq in the Middle East, which made Saddam not do no more business with America. And he tried to get the Arab Union, the Arab League, after the United Arab League or some shit like that, where all the Arab nations, he tried to get them all to stop selling oil to America. And that's what made Bush and them go at his head. They went into Farrakhan did a whole video on why they went into Afghanistan, because they wanted to run that pipeline from Uzbekistan through Afghanistan, through Iraq, into the Persian Gulf to pump the oil out. Don't that sound familiar?
Yeah.
You remember how the father died off on Good Times? Remember where he was working?
Go ahead.
In Good Times, James Evans went to go work to build the pipeline in Alaska.
Oh yeah, now I remember that. Go ahead.
And when he was gone, that's when he died. He died working on the pipeline to Alaska. Right? Now, in real life, thousands of people died building that pipeline. We don't talk about it because it's all in the name of oil.
One of their gods.
Yep. So, where else do we hear this pipeline story popping up at? Remember the native land when they displaced the natives to run the pipeline, and the natives was protesting? This was like 2.5 years ago. They was trying to run a pipeline through their own tribal land after they'd already been told to stop doing that dumbass shit. And the indigenous, or the $5 Indians who was left to take care of that part of the land, know not to let them run that motherfucker through there silently. All they got to do is just sound the alarm. We gonna clean this shit up in the end. But every time these motherfuckers do some dirt, make that shit known to the public. So then now that it's all known to the public, we could put it together publicly and show the people what these motherfuckers doing behind the scenes. Let's go back to the book.
I got
You
you.
can find another
I
book.
got you. We going back right here. We was on this one. I think we was on this one.
I think that's the one we was on. The one you at now.
Okay, let's go to the next one, right?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
The forgotten slave trade. The white European slaves of Islam. We don't want to talk about that though, do
we? Right? Go ahead.
We just only want to talk about niggas with slaves and white people came out the caves, conquered the gods, and put them in chains. Make that shit make sense, Alder. What they talking about?
Right.
If we start watching the long game, this is what we gonna find out. These motherfuckers came over here slaves. Right? And then they start using them to block us out of the institutions. That's how they shifted their position in the society. Once they shift their position in the overall society, now they standing in the background. Anybody give them any problems, they murder that nigga.
Wow.
Nat Turner, Denmark Vesey, Gabriel Prosser. And the list goes on and on of the ones you don't even know put up a resistance. They don't tell a lot about the slave rebellions or the insurrections in the prison camps because they don't want that to be part of the culture. Us constantly waking up and uprising against the tyranny of artificial legal fiction that's operating in the de facto capacity, pretending to be our government, pretending to give a fuck about us, but all the time they economically raping us, they socially destroying us, and they literally are taking the future and from our kids by corrupting what our kids learn. What our children learn from the master keeps them in a perpetual servant mentality. Right? Let's go to the next one. See, all of these is they references so they can learn more about what really went on with the slave trade.
Get a real grasp of it. Get a real good part of the picture.
This is what the CSA were thousands of Irish people sold as slaves. The answer is yeah, because the Irish was fighting the English, and the English don't look like they look today. They look like light-skinned Negroes. They the ones who was running this operation. So when Baba say we was getting punished by our sins, not for our sins, what was the sin?
Exactly.
What was done to the pale people first, you think we gonna get away without paying for that shit?
Exactly. That's what I said.
And my mama say sometimes the good got to suffer with the bad. Because one bad apple will spoil the whole bunch. But if you dump out the whole basket, you can find which ones ain't spoiled. Rinse them off and put them back in there and go about your merry business. So when all of the baskets got dumped out, right? So now it's time of the harvest where we take the good apples and leave the bad ones.
Okay.
Right? Go to the next one. It was one right before this. Double click.
Hold on, let me go back. It just make it do like that.
Okay, I see what happened. Go ahead.
Unless it was that one. Hold up.
That's what I thought it was right there.
Yeah, okay. It might be that one then. Yeah, okay. It is double clicking on me. Go ahead.
Look, Christian slaves, Muslim masters.
Wow.
White slavery in the Mediterranean, the Barbary Coast, and Italy from 1500 to 1800.
Wow.
This is after Columbus. These are motherfuckers they was bringing over here with them.
I got a picture go along with it. While we on that, I got a picture that's go along with this.
Pull it up.
Okay, this is a picture right here. And like you already said something about these dudes. Like these dudes right here.
Oh yeah.
He a Muslim, ain't it?
Yeah, them Arabs.
Okay.
The one on the left is a Turk.
Okay. Yeah. The two Gammas. That's what they call them in the Old Testament. Two Gammas.
Yeah. He the servant of the other dude with the beard.
That's crazy, man. So he a white servant.
Yeah.
And he ain't part of the Canaanites because the Canaanites, but he is part of the Canaanites because his family, his people come from the Canaanites mixing with those people over there, the Japhat now people.
That's what make the ones that look like Abu Bakr.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the pale Arabs. The niggas that can't took over with the crescent flag and they can't
see. Okay, now you see the guy on the right. His father could look exactly like Tippu Tip.
Okay,
but his mama would be one of the servants that's the complexion of my man.
Okay,
right. Remember Tippu Tip, right?
You
remember who he was?
No. Go ahead.
Tippu Tip, pull him up. Tippu Tip was at the time of his life, he was the world's largest slave trader.
Spell his name for me.
Tipper, new word, Tibb.
Hold on, let me make sure I spelled that right. Spell it again.
Tipper.
Yeah.
Tib.
BB. Okay, yeah, that's how you spell it. I think I got this dude in there too.
There you go. First and second picture of him.
Let me save it in there because he part of this whole what we talking about. All right.
Now he was from Northern Africa, and he traded African slaves to Europe. That was his business.
What? Hold on, we're finna get this cat. The ancestors finna get this nigga, man. We're finna wake him up out of his grave and hang it.
Yeah, so Baba got him in a couple of scrolls telling us his history, and it's a black guy that's wrote this big ass book. The book is red. I can't think of the name of it, but it's something like Muslims' contribution to the world. He got a section in there on him too.
Check that out.
Yeah, old Tippu Tip, the most prolific.
Selling niggas.
Yeah, nobody in history since him had a reputation of selling more slaves than him. He bought, sold, and traded more slaves than anybody in the known history of the world.
Damn. And it was
except for that's the only way you can out trade him. You have to count like Rome's wealth source was slaves. And so he would be a contributor to Rome's wealth as a slave trader. Now, what was his religion?
Islam.
He was a Muslim.
Yeah.
Muslims are still trading slaves to this day in the Sudan. They capturing them in the Sudan, put them in bondage. They capturing them in Ethiopia, putting them in bondage. This is what made him go in there and get Muhammad Fahd ID, Black Hawk Down.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Don't nobody know why they went over there.
Yeah, you go break that down for me, man. On the Black Hawk Down.
So they went over there to get rid of a guy named Muhammad Fahd ID. They called him a warlord.
Let me pull this nigga up, man. Hold up. Muhammad. What's
His
his
middle
name?
name FHAD. His last name ADID.
FH.
You should see it in the drop down. Muhammad Fad Adi.
Muhammad.
No, he ain't up there. It ain't spelled right somewhere.
Yeah, Adi. What's the last part? Adi. Adi.
Yeah, ADID.
AD. Okay.
Put Ethiopian warlord behind it.
Yeah, here you go right here.
There you go.
Yeah, that's him right there. I remember him now.
They went over there. That whole military operation was to kill him.
Why they want to kill him?
Under him, Muhammad Fad Adi didn't believe in allowing people to come into his country and exploit the people and to trade the women. He was protecting the women and the children, and he was raising the boys to be soldiers. They had to get rid of them. He was creating a situation in Ethiopia where pretty soon they would be able to defend themselves, and they didn't want that to happen. Ethiopia has been under a protectorate with varying European countries, mostly Italy and Britain, for the last 150 years. This guy would have got their independence. That's what he was fighting for. Now, if you notice, he looked like somebody else, Anwar Sadat. Anwar Sadat was the last Egyptian pharaoh from Egypt that was an Egyptian. You remember saying that?
No.
Yeah. They built a pyramid structure to him in his memorial. You remember what happened to him, right?
No.
He was assassinated on stage by the Mossad.
What?
You know who the Mossad is, don't you?
Yeah, that's Israeli CIA.
Yeah. Now you know who run that, right?
What you got? I got ideas, but
The dirty Moors run that. All that shit going on over there, the dirty Moors run that shit.
That's what I was gonna probably say too.
That's their shit. Pull up assassination of Anwar Sadat.
Yeah, we got to get this.
It was live.
I think Baba got that in the book. Baba got that in the book.
Yeah.
He got that in the book. I remember reading this in the book when you saying it now. It's my memory starting to come back. I think I read it in the book that Baba put out about that dude getting assassinated.
Yeah, they had
to spell his name.
ANWAR. His last name Sadat, SADAT. Shout out to Sadat X from the Brand Nubian, by the way. Yeah.
Let's save him, man, because I'm gonna do research on this guy. Let me save him.
Yeah. So the reason that he would have had peace in the Middle East in the upcoming months before, if he would have lived, it would only took him about another 6 months to solve all of the Middle Eastern conflicts from Egypt.
There you go with a fez on. Oh yeah. So what he was from?
They couldn't have that, huh?
He's from Egypt.
Yeah, he's Egyptian.
Nigga look like a damn. He don't look like no afar. And he looked like. I mean, yeah, you can say he Egyptian, but he like the Ethiopian type Egyptian. He ain't like the afar. Yeah, this right here. I
don't think that's in the picture.
Old picture when he was younger. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you what he. Okay, like this is a picture. It's a picture of him when he older right here. I got you right here. All right, so this nigga don't look like no. Like he do look like the bloodline because that's how he looked like King George looked. King George looked just like this. And
you know who else looked just like that? Sherman Hemsley.
Yeah, they playing the George moving on up, right?
Yeah, George Jefferson.
Yeah, George Jefferson. George Jefferson from that same bloodline with King George now. Look, the Williams, they come from so you're right. These people are Egyptians because if you go back and but you can trace them all the way back to Ethiopia or that one landmass, because we don't know, they give us a map of how the landmass is separated and cut off, but we know at one point all that land was one piece, and you know they try to play these games to separate us. But yeah, I'm with you when you say he an Egyptian, because I already did research on how to line, and this right here is a trait right here.
Male pattern baldness.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the mother. That come from the Danakiel.
Go ahead. Build on it.
Well, the Danakiel put the receding hairline in the genetic arrangement of the human. Remember, everybody had to come give a drop of blood to clean this shit up.
Yeah. And
everybody who got a gave a drop of blood left a genetic trait that can be identified.
Right here. This is a fucking like the Willis Peak. All this alien traits, right? That's what you're telling me. That it's alien traits.
Male pattern baldness is. It comes from the Danakiel. Yeah, Hirsutism comes from the Dewanis and the Kidduites.
And just to be clear for the audience, when he say Danakiel, he talking about the big head people that Yakub father came from. Yeah,
right.
The field coordinator. Go ahead, my bad.
Right. So they got the receding hairline. That comes from their traits in the genome. If they came to give a drop of blood and we can't see their traits in the genome surface as a phenotype, then they didn't get a blood, they cheated. So that's why you see varying prominent figures with different characteristics that you can identify and trace directly back to an extraterrestrial race. Yep. Like Jimmy Durante. Pull Jimmy Durante up.
Go ahead. Let's get into it. This where his shit really get cracking.
Jimmy Durante is famous for his nose.
Durante.
That's a Deros trait.
Yeah. Look at him. Yeah. He looked like a damn Deros. His smile, his grin is like a Deros grin. Look at this shit. This nigga grin is like Freddy Krueger, my nigga. Hold up. It's like a slick, sneaky. Like, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna take you behind him. Come on here and get this candy. Nigga look like one of them niggas. Blow him up. We got him. What they doing? What they doing? There you go.
Now you see that nose?
Yeah.
Now show him what the Deros look like.
All right. I got the Deros in this file already.
So this where his nose trait comes from. You know who else got that nose trait?
Who else?
Remember the one they called Chief White Wolf?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, dang, you're right. Oh shit, man, you cracking my thumb. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put them in. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get them niggas. Bro.
Somebody say young girl to get them niggas.
Yeah, man, get them niggas, man. Hey.
Now, everybody that came to give a drop of blood is not necessarily nefarious.
You just gave me some extra with that hairline thing, though. You gave me that hairline thing. You just dropped that piece on me because I was looking at the Willow's Peak. I was looking at all the traits, like the eyebrows. You know what I'm saying? And I
got a paper I wrote around here somewhere. It's packed down, but the name of it is Gods, Clouds, and Extraterrestrials, and in there, it's a whole page of genetic traits in the extraterrestrials they come from.
In one of these their rules in one of these folders that I got.
You might be able to find it faster by Google.
Yeah, you right. They gonna do it. If I knew you was talking about them, I would have slid it to the phone. I know I got them on there though. I got them in the extraterrestrial file. There you go, right here. That's a good picture to show them because all right, here we go.
That's the better one right there.
They also Queen Victoria was of their rule.
Another signature trait of
That
this
400 pound
species
trait,
right here in
so
the
people be like
genome
500 pounds of shit.
is morbid obesity is what it's called.
Go ahead, go in on that a little bit. Go in on this extraterrestrial trait, the obesity trait.
Okay, so it's body types. If you pull up ectomorph, endomorph, mesomorph, it's going to pull up 3 body types. ECTO-MORPH, MESO-MORPH. Put all 3 words in there because it's going to pull a chart up, going to show you the different traits. Ectomorph, ECTO.
ECTO.
MORPH.
All right. Go ahead.
Okay, there you go. Click on the picture.
Right there?
3 body types right there. It's got 3 different body types.
Let me say.
Blow it up. That's the one. See it say ectomorph, mesomorph, endomorph.
Yeah, I got you. I got you right here.
Okay, so the ectomorph in the African tribe is a Watusi.
Yeah.
A mesomorph in the actual African tribe is the Zulu.
Okay.
And the endomorph is I forgot the name of this tribe. They from the Sudan, and they gorge themselves to gain weight.
Okay.
Right. So those are 3
big
tribal. Right. Now, in Europe, the ectomorph would be James Woods, the actor. The mesomorph would be Dolph Lundgren when he was young.
Mm-hmm.
And the endomorph would be Chris Farley, the comedian. So you had 3 different body types. The endomorph is the result because most of the humans was ectomorph and mesomorph. The endomorph trait is heaviest in Mongolians.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why they have poor muscle tone, but they be strong in the fucking bull. Right? So when you see the different body types. Now, this would be an in-shape endomorph. This would be one that works out.
Okay.
That look like that. The actual raw nature of the body type or the phenotype would be the loose obese genetics, where you flabby and you can't stop gaining weight, but you don't eat that much. Your body is in a perpetual state of prepare for the famine because it's coming. So you know your body will hold energy, and normally those ones have a hard time carrying that weight, keeps them fatigued. If they get in shape, the men will look like this. But these are phenotypes, basic genetic structures. Now the humans is any one of the mixture of two or all three of these at the same time.
That's fire. So I know Queen Elizabeth told that the Daru trait ain't this the endomorph. It's more of a blobber type. Like,
right. Remember I told you this endomorph is obesity in shape.
yeah, it's like a big bone type dude. Like I know people like that. They got big bones. They big boned people. They built
right now.
It's women and men built like this.
Right. So it's like Andre the Giant.
Yeah.
He suffered from gigantism, but he also was picking that weight up too.
Mm-hmm.
And toward the end of his life, that's how they look. And you got to remember too, the Daros is tall.
Okay.
And obese.
Yeah, they are.
Right. So they get anywhere from 7 to 9 feet tall, weighing anywhere from 400 to 500 pounds and up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right. So where do we find these types of characters at? You find them getting in shape now. You find them in sports mostly as football players, as power lifters. They more inclined to powerlifting because they can get in better shape lifting heavy weight for lower reps, but it's going to keep their body in that shape. Mm-hmm. If they reduce the weight and increase the reps, that's going to be taxing on their psychology because they genetically lazy. Mm-hmm. But they not lazy. I don't even know if it makes sense to the average person listening. They genetically lazy, but they not necessarily lazy. Mm. Right? So that means that their genes are lazy is why they form that way. Some of them will express the laziness of the genes by being actually lazy.
This is deep.
Okay, now you have different height levels in the genome too. Pull up Watusi v Pygmy so you can see the difference in their height.
I got like Watusi versus Pygmy. You want me to pull? I got some pictures on it already. You want me to pull them up?
If you find them fast.
Yeah, I can find them fast. I know what file I'm in. It's in the family genetic traits. This right here folder, maybe it's a lot of stuff in this folder. All right. This is the NACO he was talking about right here. Just a minute ago. The people they got the man, you just gave me a fucking head cracker.
Yeah.
Right,
hey, blow that up and let them see the receding hairline. You see the receding hairline?
Man, you just fucking gave me some, man. I'm telling you, bro. You just gave me a whole nother piece to this shit. And I ain't even think about it. Look at this receding hairline. So everybody got
right.
Oh man, it's really go there. I'm about to make connections on that shit.
But now you got tribes that's related to them that don't have a receding hairline. Hairline. Yeah. Like if you pull up the Hadendawas.
You talking about these people right here? I got them right here. I got them in this same folder. These people right here.
Yeah. They kin to them, but they carry the father line genes. See, the receding hairline is on the mitochondria. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So the ones that come off the father line that's born to earth women don't have it. But the one that come off of the female Danakiel married to earth men have it. They get the trait from the mother.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. That's deep, bro.
But it only surfaced in the men.
Yeah, Tyra Banks got a big forehead too. She one of them Danakos. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's what somebody said in the chat. And this the picture you were looking for though. You said you was looking for the Watusi versus the Pygmy height. Mm-hmm. I got it right here. It's in this one. Tribes and families. All right. It's right here. All right, so this is a Twa right here. See how tall he
You see that picture on the
is to the
bottom
white
left?
dude? Yeah, right here.
That's what the Irish looked like that.
Yeah,
I think that is the picture of Irish Twa.
yeah, leprechauns. Yeah, that's what it is. They that's the leprechaun shit. That's what they saying that these people were the myth. They come from the myth of the
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Connected with
Right.
beds. Connected back.
Those are the ones. Those are the ones who originally settled in Ireland and Scotland, and they were trained by Egyptian priests, and they wore gold snake armbands on their arms for the women, and a gold cobra crown. It was like a crown wrapped around the head with a cobra on the front for the men, and it was a class of priesthood.
Mm-hmm.
So when these is who St. Patrick was murdering when he said he was killing the snakes.
That's fucking man.
But I want to see the Watusi next to him because
Yeah. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, and a perfect example of that is this right here. Perfect example of it right here. I got it right here. All right, so
that's good enough right there, because Muggsy Bogues he got the genetic phenotype of one of the Twa.
yeah,
And Manute Bol has Watusi blood. He is, I think he is a Watusi.
Yeah.
Okay, now there's another group that's supposed to be protectorates over the Twa.
Yeah, the
And
Afar people.
that's the Zulu.
Yeah, the Zulu Afar. Yeah, that's the same people, the Bantu people. Hold on, I got them right here. Where is it at? Where is it at? Okay. It's a mix. Dang. Oh, it ain't in this folder. Damn, it ain't in this folder. But I know who the people you talking about, because they were protectors of those little dudes. And they would go, if you mess with those little dudes, those guys will come after you. They consider
It's Shaka Zulu tribe.
Yeah, they consider the Twa man as like gods, as like little gods.
Right. So go back to Google. I'm finna have you pull up something.
Okay, I got you. Right,
now, the reason why they was protectorates of the Twa, because the Twa used to be, okay, pull up Vietnam tunnel rat. Soldier at the end.
In tunnel rat.
Yeah. Tunnel rat soldier.
Okay, all right, hold on, soldier.
Go to the main page, see what come up.
Oh, not veteran, Vietnam. Here we go. You see it?
Yeah, that's them. See them dudes crawling through the tunnels?
Yeah.
See where it say tunnel rats on the bottom right? Go back. Scroll down.
Okay.
It's a book called Tunnel Rats. It's gonna come up. It's on the left now. One down, one more.
Right there?
That's good enough. It was one next to it though that's even better. The other way. Right now, this is the job that the Twa had. You see how these guys are small and they crawl through the tunnels?
Mm-hmm.
This is the only job they had for short people in Vietnam.
Let me pull it up for you.
This is why I pay to study military shit, because ain't nobody, if you don't study military shit, you would never put these pieces we putting together right now.
Man, this is hot, man. This is hot.
With the Twa and the tunnel rat.
It make a lot of sense, man. I'm telling you, brother, bro. It make a lot of sense what you're saying. It makes sense to me.
Okay, so you see how he's standing in that tunnel?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go crazy on me. Come on, baby. All right, there you go.
You see, now they had to crawl in there. They look when they crawling in there, they don't have a clue if they gonna meet gunfire down there. So that's one of the bravest jobs to have in Vietnam, right there.
Man, it's crazy.
All right, now a minute ago when you was looking for this picture, you pulled up the regiment, and it had a picture of two dudes with yellow shirts on. It was on the Google page.
All right, right here. Two dudes with yellow shirts on.
I think it's down, son. Unless you switch. There you go. See what it say? Tunnel rats.
Yeah. My granddaddy was in there. You know what? My granddaddy was in this thing. You know what he told me? He used to tell me stories about this. Now that I think about it, and he said they armed them with these fire tart guns. They could shoot fire in the hole and shit.
Blowtorch.
Yeah, the blowtorch.
Flamethrowers is what they call.
Yeah, flamethrowers. Yeah, they said they had the flamethrowers and them dudes. But he said, man, I'm gonna tell you, my granddaddy said them dudes, they used to be squeezed down in that little hole. And then he said they could pop out and the motherfuckers know how to flip and all kind of shit, man. It's hard to even shoot. He said it was hard to even shoot them cats.
If you look over under the book I had you pull up, the next picture right under it,
right here
on the left, go all the way to the left page of the page, all the way over to the left. Nope, you in the wrong area altogether. Keep going further over there.
Okay, let me go back.
Remember the book I had you pull up, Tunnel Rats?
Yeah.
You just go back the other way.
Right here.
The book, now right under there is a chart that show you the tunnel designs that they was crawling through. This is the shit that they had to crawl through. This was no different than mining the mines of Mono Dapa.
And put it up. Oh yeah, you give me some good sucking shit, my nigga. I'm gonna put all this together. Telling you. All right, can y'all see that?
This is showing you how they was crawling through the tunnels. Now remember, I don't got no receipts, Elder. You gotta keep remembering that when I'm showing everybody this shit.
This shit hot. Go ahead. He even sleeping underground in like a little area.
Yeah, they had bunkers and everything under there. You see the false hole with the spear sticking out of it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Booby traps. It was booby traps all through there. Okay, now go to mines. Go to Mono Dapa Mines, South Africa.
All right. You got to
Because
spell
this is where they was working at.
I got the South Africa part, but what's the first part?
Mono Dapa, MONODAPA.
DAPA. I got you.
Did you put mines?
Oh yeah, let me put mine.
MINES.
Yeah, it's mine right there.
Mm-hmm. The first picture. This is what the mine shafts look like. Is that the right one? Read what it says. Is that in South Africa?
Yeah, gold mine, South Africa. Yeah.
Yeah. These are the oldest gold
deepest
mines
mine ever
in the world. So Inky had the Twa who used to crawl in there and get the gold out.
Man. See, did it save in there? Oh yeah, baby.
Okay, now for topography information to show you the tribal connection. You ready for that part, or you want to go deeper into this picture?
Oh yeah. Oh, I was trying to get that. Oh, there you go, right there. Yeah, we can go to the next part, but I just want to show get that picture up on the screen while you was talking.
Mm-hmm.
So like I know the Anunnaki was digging mines and canals and shit, but it's a lot of underground shit that some of the shit that they don't even tell us about. Like we know about a little bit of shit, but now it's more shit underground than above ground.
Okay, now
go to Google. Right here.
Yep, that's a mine shaft in South Africa, gold mine.
All right, what you got?
Okay, now we finna show you the geography of the tribe. So look up sign territory, SAN territory, South Africa.
Oh, Sands people land?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
We want a topical map to show you where it's at in South Africa. Put map behind it.
Yeah, right here.
There you go. Pull that up. Save that, and we're gonna come back to it. Pull up Zululand, South Africa.
Let me make sure I got this done right here. Let me do this. It may have all of them right here on this one thing, just in case. I put Zululand.
Yep, Zululand, South Africa. So all of South Africa is Zululand. But we just trying to show you the relative geography of the signs in the Zulu. Because the way that it was set up, nobody was supposed to get to the Twa or the Bushmen unless they went through the Zulu. All the way to the left, third picture down. Click that.
All the way to the left, third picture down. Right here?
No, that's not it.
I'm just
third picture from the left.
On the top one?
Nope, it's go all the way over to the left, third picture from the top. One. No, you're going to the right. It's down.
Okay.
Matter of fact, no, the first picture to do, go back up one.
Right here?
That's the land, right?
Yep.
Okay, it's one more you need. It's called Swaziland.
Make sure I got this one saved to the case. Damn, this probably ain't gonna pull with it. Yeah, let's say that one. All right, Swaziland.
SWAZI. Swaziland is another part of the Zulu territory that they don't want to acknowledge as being Zulu. Third picture from the at the top, third picture from the left.
Yeah.
Yep, that one. Okay, now let's go back to say that, and then we're gonna look at these maps to look at where everybody was situated at prior to colonization, and then you can see clear what I'm talking about when I say that they were supposed to be the protectorates for the little people.
It's crazy. Come on, man. Hey, if I could try to freeze on me, man.
These goddamn devils ain't playing with us, Elder.
Man, you see that? Why I just blanked on you saw that black screen come up?
Did you just hear me say them goddamn devils ain't playing with us?
Damn, what happened to the picture that fast? Let's try it one more time. Oh yeah, they doing something now. That's crazy.
Yeah, they done playing with us, Elder.
Oh yeah,
How long we got in on this video?
like almost 2 hours. Yeah, yes. Now hold on, let me see if I can pull another one up. Ah, yeah, here we go. What's this again right here? We got
If this don't work, we're gonna take 10 questions and wrap it up.
yeah, it's got like we got like 700 people almost up in this joint.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, everybody hit that like, hit that subscribe button if you want to show your brother Rod Hayes some love. We posted his Cash App and the links, man. Show the brother some love. We got some heavy Jews about on this joint, man.
And just remember, I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this.
You're not doing it, but we know you just, that's all you do. You go do the research. We hooking you up to go do the research for us so you can bring stuff back to us, give us more clues that help me out with my research. It's such a whole, it's just love, it's just all love,
Mm-hmm.
Cause that fucking hairline shit you gave me, my nigga. Oh yeah, see, it's doing it now. Look, it says, yeah, okay.
Okay, so we gonna stop there with the.
I ain't gonna hit this button. I ain't gonna hit that button, and if I hit that button, it's gonna shut the whole thing down. So I'm gonna just let that shit sit right there. I don't want to shut the class down.
Yeah, so go to the go review the comments and see what kind of questions we got in there.
All right, yeah. If you got some questions for the legendary brother Rod Hayes,
we taking 10 questions, Elder.
Questions, man. 10 questions on what we talked about tonight. We'll come back on this because we really got sidetracked. But the thing is, we go wherever Big Mama leads. Big Mama, right?
Yes, sir.
Mama might say, "Hey, tell them about this. Tell them about that." So the energy be going like that,
Mm-hmm.
So if you got a question, drop it in the chat right now, man. We're gonna try to get it up out there. Make sure it's a good one, man. Make sure it's a real good one. A hard one where we need something that we need to know. So we can get in this game, bro. All right. So people, hey, but I got a question to start it off just so get them till they get started.
Let's go.
All right. So now the extraterrestrial connection with us on our land, and we know that a lot of these people came from it's some groups underground that want their whole game plan is we're gonna take over the surface. Where the humans are dumb, they are slow, they don't know, and so we know the part about Enlil's kids. I'm talking about like the Derus and the Frugalords who want to take over the certain. What's your perspective on their agenda and what you think they up to? You know what I'm saying?
The only aliens it was a couple groups of aliens at different times that tried to take Earth over.
Uh-huh.
One group is called Draconians, reptilian.
Okay, go ahead.
Right, and they came from the Draco star constellation, and they are not genetically compatible to have offspring with humans.
Mm-hmm.
But when you kill them on Earth, they come back looking like a human.
Mm-hmm.
But they have a condition called ichthyosis. Ichthyosis means lizard skin or fish skin. And there's another group that tried to take us over from Andromeda, and they lost. These is the ones they call the Predator, but their mouth don't look like that. They look like the Wraith from Stargate Deep Space.
Yeah, exactly. Go ahead. I'm with you.
Okay. Now, they came here, they used to hunt us.
Mm-hmm.
That's the movie with Ice-T when the nigga was in the hood, they kidnapped him and sent him in the woods to hunt him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the same shit. When they came to Earth, but when you kill them, they come back looking human too.
Hmm.
But they always have a tail. They born with teeth that look sharp. Their teeth don't look like our teeth flat.
Mm-hmm.
They look like all their teeth is
K9.
canine. Like all their teeth look like canine teeth.
Mm-hmm. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay, then the last group that came over was Enlil. Now we ran the other groups out of here. Enlil used conjure to open up the mirror dimension to bring in a mirroring species that didn't look like us when they came, but when you kill them on Earth, they come back looking like us. But they don't have, they can't link to the Earth because they mitochondrial, it's got a reverse spin on it, so they'll never sink to the Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And they can live up to 1,000 to 1,500 years easy. Right? And he brought them over here as like, if I can't have this shit, ain't nobody gonna have it. That's what made him bring them over here. But they came over originally to do his bid.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, they was trying to put Enlil on the God seat of heaven and earth. They couldn't put him there because it's a feminine seat on earth.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So he couldn't sit there unless he had mitochondrial birthright from the mother, and she had to be from earth, and his mother's not from earth, so nothing he could do. So he in turn opened the mirror dimension, and that's what made the scientists collapse the fourth dimension into the third to trap them from jumping back and forth so we can catch their ass.
Mm-hmm.
Because they had portals that they could jump to, but when they collapsed the dimensions, now those portals are not operational. So they can't use them until we flip out of the third density matrix over the fourth into the fifth. This is what we doing now. That's what the work is. All this shit we doing now is to flip from third density to fifth density.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And this is why they call it ascension, because a whole lot of information and knowledge comes with the fifth density that you don't have time for in third density life. Fourth density is your dream state.
Okay, go ahead. Keep on going.
The reason we in the dream state, we need a dream state because we used to incarnate and disincarnate. We didn't even need a house. Because when we in energy form, we don't get cold, we don't sweat, we don't have sexual organs. But when we take on the physical, then we have all that stuff because we adopting a body. So what they did was they fixed everybody into positions by collapsing other dimensions. So the dimensions is, you're not supposed to have an infinity loop.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Which when I can do live demonstrations, I'll show you how that shit works and it'll make perfect sense. But it's supposed to spiral up, but instead it collapsed 3 into 4 and it makes a figure 8, and that's what's called being trapped into a limited reality. You went from limitless to limited. We trying to be limitless again. And it starts with understanding what happened in order to break free. So those are the aliens that came to take over. When we talking about the Procyon aliens that came with both melanated and non-melanated beings, we talk about the Ashtar that came, the Nordics, the tall whites. That's what they call the ones who became, who amalgamated with the Norse. They call them the tall whites. All of these came, the Pleiadians, the Arcturians, the ones from Orion, all came to aid in the cleaning up the genetic spill. They said that it would never work. And that go back to J. Rogers, Superman the Man, when he was explaining to the senator how, when the senator was talking about how bad black people spell to pale people, the conductor told the senator how bad pale people smell to so-called black people. Right? We was utterly repulsed by each other. Nobody couldn't figure out how to get us to amalgamate, and it was necessary because they created a subspecies of human that was sentient but couldn't ascend, so they was trapped in the infinity loop. And to keep them from violating the galactic law, everybody was wanted to give up a drop of blood, but some of the ones that had been conditioned to having these people as they pets, because that's what they called them. They call us over here in the Americas X, because they say we always rallying around some queen bitch. This is what they say, right? And so they talking about our matriarchy and the grand matriarch. And when she say, fuck them niggas up, we could be fighting, me and Uncle could be having a full-blown fist fight, and Big Mama can say, hey, go beat them niggas ass down the street. We gonna stop, go whoop them niggas ass, have dinner, and then tomorrow we might be fighting again. But the motherfuckers Big Mama said got.
Yeah, that's right.
That's why Tupac said in this song, we might fight amongst each other, but I promise you this, we'll burn this bitch down, get us pissed.
Get us pissed.
Right? We was pissed in the 70s. We ain't pissed no more. We pissing on motherfuckers now. The same motherfuckers that did the dirt. We giving them the same considerations they gave us. None. Fuck their feelings and fuck the motherfucking ships and carriages that they rode in on, because they call them steel carriages that fly. Fuck them. So what we got in the comments, Elder?
Another question for you. So Brother Love says, could you go in on Pendor and what's his connection with the Queen and all that, the whole thing with Pendor?
I don't have any information to relay on that right now.
Only thing I know about Pendor is that they said Pendor was one of the people that impregnated Diana, and that he did the ritual on her. I heard that Arizona Wilder was talking about.
He talking about the Arab dude?
I don't know. I don't know how he looked. I never could find a picture of him, but they said
talking about the dude Princess Diana was with the night she's supposed to die.
Yeah, Pendor. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What they was trying to extract her, which they was successful. See, that whole situation where Diana was a Secret Service versus Secret Service in Europe. It was MI5 versus MI6. One of them was tasked with killing her. The other one was tasked with protecting her. Right? So what they end up doing is the ones tasked with protecting her thought it would be easier if they faked their death when they came for her, let them think they killed her. She didn't even get in that car. She switched cars out on them and they didn't even know it. But I ain't the one to talk, so you ain't heard it from me.
Yeah, you said it first though. Just like you said when that thing fell off the Queen Elizabeth, the Buckingham Palace. That's when Elizabeth was dead.
Yeah,
man, I'm with you, bro. You be saying it come back later, and now they saying that she did. They just not announcing it.
I told everybody like a year and a half ago. I say, well, first when she was she had got sick because they wouldn't let her get no adrenochrome, so she was suffering without the adrenochrome already. And on the Wind Talker channel, they asked me if they should put her out of misery or let her suffer. I said, let that bitch feel some of the suffering she put them kids through.
Wow.
So they drug it out, then they went on and put out her misery.
One person asked, what's the connection between Big Mama and the lady Bear, the lady you put on the show? It's Big Mama speaking the truth through her.
Oh, you talking about the chief Mama Bear?
Yeah, Mama Bear.
Right. Okay. So now I gotta explain this part because it's important. In the totem structure, Mama Bear in North America is the highest mother rank. To get the title of Mama Bear over here is like getting the title of matriarch elephant in Africa. Right. So it's like a real high title. She is like one of the ones who sit in Big Mama's personal court. Them sisters that I showed y'all, Mama Bear, Chief Warhorse, Sister Aiello from Haiti, and it's another sister out of New Orleans. When this shit happened, those are gonna be some of the biggest deal sisters y'all gonna see. And Sister Myra, Dr. G, they gonna all be part of Mother Khadijah's inner court. Those are the collection of wise women. It's gonna turn out to be a total of 13 of them when it's done. So it's gonna, a couple of them gonna come from Asia, couple gonna come from Africa, couple gonna come from Europe. Then you're gonna have a few of them coming from the islands, the Pacific Islands, and then you have one come from Australia to make sure that everybody get they just due from these tyrants as they exit out for good. So yeah, she very much speak what she's supposed to speak for Big Mama. That's why she was telling y'all the slave shit that we went through it, so because it was part of the Conjure War. The slave folk, okay, so the Dirty Moors was the ones who was first put into bondage over here as melanated people. And we didn't know they wasn't us. You gotta read David Walker's Appeal. Pull that book up in the on Google so they can see what it looked like.
Hey, if I fuck with it, everybody shut us down.
Oh yeah, I forgot. So David Walker's Appeal, David Walker is writing in the appeal talking about who is these Negroes over here that these pale people got in bondage. And the other chiefs told him, stay out of that. That don't got nothing to do with us. Right. But a lot of us don't go that far back in our history, so we don't know. So anyway, what ended up happening was they let the servants off the plantation and gave them something called meritorious manumission, right? Which is trustee status to Rome. You're still a slave wherever you go, whatever job you get, part of your paycheck has to go to the corporation, and they called it taxes. So it was all just a repositioning of the stock. They let some people out of physical bondage to put everybody in mental bondage. Next question.
Oh, I got one for you. Shout out to brother DJ Jason J. He says, what is the correlation between death and rain? Death and rain. Death.
Well, you got to remember, rain is a symbol for spirit. Water. Water is a symbol for spirit. Death is the symbol for the absence of spirit. Right? So when there's no direct correlation, but there's an indirect correlation. And it's all in the symbolism. Because the empty vessel is the dead vessel, but the one that is filled with the water is the living soul. And the rain is the symbol of all of our individual spirits falling to the earth. So if you imagine Big Mama as a big bladder of water, and each one of them drops that fall from her is one of us. That's the best way to look at it. I can explain it. And death is when they evaporate and go back to Big Mama.
One person saying, can you explain how you how the New and Old Testament has been. My damn thing cut off. There was a problem with your server. Hold up, damn, it cut off. Hold up. Can you hear me, bro?
I can hear you.
Okay, all right, man. Hold up. Right when I was reading the question, it just took the chat down.
Let me see if I can find it on my other.
Hold up, it says false. Okay. All right, so somebody wants you to break down the old negative and DNA and the being universal blood type. What's the difference between the blood type, like the O, A, B, and like it's O, why O is universal blood type, O negative.
That's because O negative doesn't have any. Okay, so going into this blood thing, it's gonna give a lot of people a lot of false leads because the blood has been interrupted from the typing system.
Mm-hmm.
Because we had to give one drop of blood changes the blood type of an individual from his traditional family bloodline. Right? So we're talking about antigens. When you're talking about a universal donor doesn't have any antigens that would cause the person receiving the blood to reject the blood. The O blood is the universal donor, O negative. O positive is also, it could donate to any other positive, but it not so much of the negative. O negative can donate to everybody. Mm-hmm. Has no antigens. So a person can have A blood, AB blood. So it's like an elixir of life, right? So one of the things that you do, what you find that they was doing, they learned in the Lazarus Project that if you can get a young person before puberty blood, and then you can put it into an adult, you can revitalize his youth for about 5 years. Right, but it boils down, blood typing, right, deals with antigens and rhesus factors. So when you're talking about the positive, negative, you're talking about the rhesus factor, and the rhesus factor is what they call the monkey factor in the blood. Okay. But I don't really get into a lot of the blood typing information because people use it for discrimination. Okay. I'm better than you because I got type O blood. No, you ain't. I bet you can't whoop my ass. Right? So your blood type don't make you better than somebody. Yeah. Go ahead. It don't make you worse than somebody either. I got B negative. I'm gonna kill myself. That's the dumbest shit in the world.
Yeah, it's more sophisticated than people know though. I'm doing a tape on it though. Hey, shout out Earthborn. We got you, Earthborn. Hey, Brother Rod, what is your top 5 books that if you would tell somebody to read these, if you don't read no other 5 books, what are your top 5 books you would tell somebody to read?
It depends on who I'm talking to because I wouldn't give 2 people the same top 5.
Okay, all right.
But 5 books that's essential for everybody to read. One is The Science of Breath. One is let me see, Outwit the Devil by Napoleon Hill.
Oh yeah, I think
Anthony Robbins, Awakening the Sleeping Giant Within. The Art of War by Sun Tzu.
Yeah, I got that
one. Let me see. One more that's essential. It's a little small set I would probably refer to as called Masters of the Far East. It's like a 5 or 6 book series, 7-book series, but it's a headbanger. But I can get book references all day depending on who I'm talking to. I'm not gonna get 2 people the same references. right?
They study style of what they how far they ahead of the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I found out a long time ago that if I have a conversation with a person and then I want to leave them with some research material, listening to the questions they ask, I can tailor make a series of 10 books that'll help them break free from their rut.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, we're gonna take one more, man. Okay.
Yep.
All right, we got one more, man, for the brother Rod Haynes. Shout out to brother DB. He says, what is the great flash and will we see one in our lifetime?
I'm not familiar with what
I think when he said the great flash, he referred to a supernova. You heard me? Brother Rod, did it cut off? Damn, they got us. Yo.
Yeah, just hope we don't see no supernova.
Yeah, you see a supernova, that's a wrap, my brother. That's a black hole. That's
yeah, if you see a
go ahead.
Yeah, if you see a supernova, this a done deal. Ain't no sense trying to recover from that. You don't want to see a supernova with your naked eye because you're too close to it.
I'm telling you. The light it's like a nuclear explosion. You'll instantly evaporate just off watching at a too close of a distance because it's so much gamma rays coming off of that explosion. And then when it explodes, it sucks back in. And then sometimes it creates a supernova. It depends on what type of star it is. If it's like sometimes it'll supernova and turn into a neutron star. And then it'll start its whole life cycle over with. But it depends on what phase. Like they believe that Betelgeuse is finna supernova. But we got technology. The Anunnakis got technology to prevent a star from supernova. Because we create those stars. All you gotta do is replace the light bulb before it blow out.
Mm-hmm.
They are light bulbs, huh?
Yeah, I'm listening to you, Elder. Hey,
yeah.
Sister put in here, I'm saying it.
Go ahead.
Divine Culture Talk 99.9%. She say, Brother Ryan say, letting us know and be aware I'm here with my 6-year-old and she on it. So you tell your 6-year-old sister she got a piece of gold in her heart. The better she feel, the bigger that piece of gold get. And don't let nobody make her feel bad to make her gold shrink. It's the spiritual and psychological significance to telling children that. Because they get to understand that the difference in people that bring their energy down versus people that lift their energy up. And they'll be programmed to know the things that make your heart glow is the things that you continuously do. And the things that make you feel bad inside is the things you don't want to do. And that makes the goal grow to always pursue that which makes that heart feel happy. Because the goal grow when the heart is happy.
We got about 2 minutes. You can take one more if you want to take it.
I'm looking in here now to see if it's
This right here class was fire. Every time you come on, we get I get a new piece of jewel that I could add to my game.
That's the whole goal, Elder. Each one teach one. We all gonna reach some.
Yeah, man, that hairline joint. This nigga got that same hairline. I don't want to fuck with it to cut it out. I know man, we got to come back on this one. We got to come back and do a class, nothing but on genetical traits, like niggas receding hairlines, niggas with certain type of jaw lines.
Mm-hmm.
That shit, even like in that book, even for Forbidden Knowledge, and that other book I got called The Black Silks, it goes into people having different types of feet type, like flat foots. Like my son, he got I don't got flat foot, but my son, he got flat. Both of my sons got flat feet, and my wife, she got flat feet. So I guess they get it from her. But that flat feet is a trait, and then the arch feet, and then the certain way your toes are slanted. It's a certain type of tribe that got toes like that. we need to go. I mean, we need to put something together on that, man. You know, so we can do a class on that.
And look, Chris, the great silver tree, to explain how the New Testament and Old Testament was swapped out. They wasn't swapped out. The Old Testament was wrote after the New Testament as a backstory because they didn't have a backstory to as a foundation for the New Testament. The reference for that is Dr. Bean give a whole discourse on the Old Testament being written after the New Testament, and the Quran was written after that.
Boy, just seeing them crocodiles.
Jason Johnson, I got an herbalist that can help you with your dialysis situation. Because you got to kickstart your kidneys from not being working in 15 years to coming back online. That's if they still there. See, being on dialysis 15 years might have caused so much damage to the kidney that it can't recover. So you might have to have a healing bed or a healing chamber.
And then he got to take a lot of iron and for potassium phosphate.
Well, he got to have an interview in order to know certain the best course of treatment. He got to have an interview with the herbalist. So I sent him to talk to Dr. Pitt, see what Dr. Pitt could do to help him. And if Dr. Pitt gets stuck, he'd call me and say, "This is what I got, and I'm stuck right here." But he don't get stuck very often.
That's good shit right there.
Thank you, Sister Sci-Fi. She said, Jason Johnson, Duck, Duck, Go, mid-biz. They have one in PA, more to come. Also, monoatomic gold, monoatomic silver can aid in your body's overall recovery from physical ailments.
Oh yeah, they starting to wind down now.
She said, Sister Sci-Fi, she said, "Damn, I just said that mid-bid in PA. That's because I was telling them what you said, sister."
Yeah, mid-bid in PA. BH, you mean Philly?
Somewhere in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. I'm just reaching. I never got a transplant. Oh, you say you never got a transplant. What are twin flames supposed to do for this planet?
Twin flames ain't supposed to do shit for this planet. They supposed to do something for each other. And if more twin flames did what they supposed to do for each other and get out their egos, the planet would be able to recover much faster because the people wouldn't be in the stupor they in. Twin flames is not, everybody don't got a twin flame. Some people came in whole soul groups of as many as 300,000 people. And some of them came in pairs. Those are twin flames. Then some of them came in groups of 4, 6, and 7. All of these different, they call soul groupings. They come in from a common stellar source energetically, and they find each other on Earth in order to help each other break the amnesia. And once they break the amnesia, they unstoppable as a team.
That's good shit.
Everybody be looking for, I'm looking for my twin flame and being fucking everybody else twin flame up along the way. I thought she was my twin flame. She turned out to be a no good bitch. No, she didn't. She just turned out to be no good for you. When her twin flame come, if she can heal through the bullshit you just put her through, or him, because if the shoe work on both ways. or him, when they find they twin flame, the person that came to jar them out of the amnesia, they can heal, but it's just could cause enough complications where they can't never discover each other, so they can't wake up from the stupor. So we all running around, everybody more concerned about, look, nature already picked who you gonna fuck next. You don't even know that nature picked them. And the thing being is, if you just be yourself, nature gonna put the best people in your path. But if you get caught in your ego, nature gonna put a motherfucker to break you out your ego in your path. It's as simple as that. Until you bump straight, everything you don't want is what you're gonna get.
Hey, we're gonna take two more. Then I gotta get out of here because I don't want to be making too much noise tonight. They've been complaining. All right, so that's what we'll talk about. We got two more questions. One says, "How can you access the Akashic records?"
You gotta do shadow work and even in order to even get close to the Akashic records. You can't read the Akashic records and you still holding on to judgments about other people. All your judgments, you have to have successfully resolved them before you can read the Akashic records. And the Akashic records is written in nature. That's what we call wind talking. We able to read it on one end and respond to what we read, and it takes the message to who it was meant to on the other end, right? But you can't read the Akashic records in your low vibrational state because you can't understand the language. So a lot of people be talking about, yeah, I got that off the Akashic records. I be thinking to myself, you're an Akashic record lie-ass motherfucker. Mm-hmm. You didn't get that from the Akashic records. You just guessed it. Because everybody, it's not that easy to read. If you can't isolate in a tarot read a name of the person you're talking about, you can't read the Akashic records. It's that simple. Next question.
All right, we're gonna take one more. It's a wrap, man. We got this done. All right, we got okay, give me one. Give me a good one. Give me a good one. Is it still okay? What do you think about mutation? Do that really happen to our people? Type mutation. What do you think about mutation?
Genetic mutations, we going through one now in real time. When we going through the changing of the age and the solar rays change, the UVAs, the UVBs change. And when they change, it causes the DNA to spontaneously change. And these changes happen at regular intervals based on the angle of the lights that's coming in from the stars, based on where we are at the present time in the whole galactic scheme. So the mutations is just upgrades from Mother Nature to get us to another higher level of being. Some people, mutations causes them to digress because they are too deeply wound up in their lower ego. They take on more animalistic, lower evolutionary traits. They're going to end up being the worker class for the future.
Facts. All right, man. But hey, you gave us some more. Rod Haynes strikes again, baby. You striked again on this. I got about at least 5 or 6 Jews off this tape. So and I'm gonna take them to add it to my game, and I'm gonna be just that much more powerful now. You know,
look here, that's what the whole goal is. Y'all gonna reach something.
I'm definitely gonna get this nigga right here in the middle. That Muhammad. Hey, you know they went over there fucking with them Somalians, and they badly made it out of there. They sent the hardest niggas they had. The Navy SEALs, Delta Force.
That's what the Black Hawk Down was all about. He was the leader.
Huh?
Muhammad Fad ID was the leader. They murdered that nigga.
Yeah, that's what I said. They sent them over to the Black Hawk Down. They sent the baddest niggas they had in America, like the Navy SEAL, Delta Force, the Rangers, Airborne Rangers. Them niggas got their ass kicked. They got
but there's a part that most people don't know. Most of the soldiers was about 12, 13 years old.
Damn.
That's who they was fighting. He had a whole army of children he had raised that was street kids. He taught them everything from how to wipe their ass to how to shoot an AK-47.
Wow.
He was a good dude. But they write him up as a tyrant.
Yeah.
You gotta remember, anybody that's in opposition to the conquest of Rome is a tyrant.
Yeah.
In the eyes of Rome. And if they're a tyrant in the eyes of Rome, they're gonna do everything they can in the media to villainize him and make the people say, give us his blood. We want his head.
Damn, bro. That's crazy. We out, man.
For sure.
Hey, Islam, peace, hotel. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom alaikum. Ashug, divine love throughout the violence universe to all. Right? We love you all. Wadu. Hey, thank you, brother. Wadu.